Hello, we are live. So, how is everybody tonight? Oh, I know I'm a little bit early. It's not 7:30 yet, but I guess I was anxious to get going. um, you know, I'm looking at the catalogs and I'm seeing Christmas stuff, and I'm thinking, wow, it's only October. It's kind of early. And then I thought about it and I thought, oh, geez, if you're going to get your stuff in time to make cards to send out for Christmas, yeah, probably better get started. Hi, Carol. So I'm going to get started. That's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to start with some Christmas cards because, as we get into December, the spring, the Valentine's Day, that kind of stuff is going to start coming out. So we might as well start the Christmas stuff now, right? And plus, if you decide you want something and you try to order it and it's on back order, oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't nice. But yeah, it gives you time to plan and plan alternatives if you need to. Hi, Susie. Where's Joey? Joey was right. Oh, Joey's sitting right here. Come here, Joey. Everybody wants to say hi to you now. Now you're going to be the star of the show. There's Joey, and he's dry and he's happy. He's he's happy because he's not soaking wet. He was not a happy camper when I took that picture. And it was funny. Hi, Joey. Susie says hi. Lexi says hi too, I bet. He, he, I told him yesterday, I said, if you're good and you let me give you a bath, I'll let you be in the Facebook Live too. So he said, okay. And he was good. He didn't like it, but he was good. So say hi to everybody, Joey. Then we're going to put you back down and I'll give you a cookie. Oh, yeah, I want a cookie, he says. Okay, so I'm going to reach under here and grab him his cookies. And this is the reason he likes being in the craft room with me because there's always cookies and he knows that. So, you know what? Before I actually get started tonight, I have to show everybody these cards. Last Saturday, or the Saturday before last, I guess it was now. It was a while ago. I don't know. My team had a meeting, and I couldn't be there because of all the stuff with my husband. He can drive now as of today. Yay! I'm happy. We're celebrating. So, at the team meeting, people bring pieces, make kits up to do a card swap. So everybody that attends the meeting gets to make the card. Well, I got copies of everything too, and I just have to show you these cool cards everybody made. So here's one of them. This was Susie's card. Is that not cool? Nice fun fold. I love that one. I do like that fun fold. So I made this card, but this is from a kit that Susie put together. And I think that this could be the fun fold that we do at the Warnersville Library tomorrow from 5 to 7. This card, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So many bits and pieces were in this card. This one Lisa did. And I loved it. It was, I mean, everything had to be glued together. I'm going to tell you right up front, this is not a card I would want to make for a lot of people. I would not want to have to do one for everybody on my list. But for special people, I think this is just gorgeous. For special cards that you give out. And then this one, I believe, was from Karen, I think by process of elimination. I think Karen did this one. This was from, yes, Susie. Lisa's card was so pretty, and that set really is rather nice. And I mean, this is the paper. The paper cut right out, so nice. Yeah, that was a very nice set. This is the pick of the patch, and she had all these pumpkins cut out, and then I put a face on one of them, just to be a little goofy. And they are all up on dimensionals. So I like that one too very much. And then this one was Connie's. And this was the not the Christmas classics, well, part Christmas classics and the Noel. I forget what it's called exactly, but it is Noel, obviously. And there was some coloring here done with the blends. At least I did. I'm assuming that's what everybody else did. And now Connie stamped some nice designs in the corners. I just didn't get that far. But I put everything else together, and I think that's such a beautiful card with the bows. And yeah, I like that too. And then this one was uh oh gee, Georgia did this one, and it was, I forget what she called it, a fractured something. I forget, but I like that. It's cool. It's, you know how you actually just put the whole piece of paper down, and then you cut these little strips and you glue them on and around the square in the middle. And I thought that was very cute too. So those were the cards that we ended up making. And I did one, and I don't even have a sample of the one that I did. Sorry guys. So that was one thing that was cool this month. Some of the stuff that's been on back order. I know there's some people waiting for some things. Carol, I know you're waiting for the autumn paper. That is supposed to be in on the 9th. Hoping, keeping my fingers crossed that it really comes in on the 9th and that I can order it for you. I will be sitting here waiting for it. I know the truck punch. That was one a lot of people are waiting for. That is finally in. That is in now and available. Um, there's a couple other, oh, the Christmas, let's see, this one here, this paper, this is so pretty. Winter Meadow paper. This was on back order for a little while. This is in now. This is more winter than Christmas. It's a very pretty paper though. And then there's some new online exclusive papers that are coming in bits and drabs here because I'm not ordering them all at once. And I'm going to use one of them tonight. I am using the one tonight called, let's see, what is this called? Tartan Foil. This is what it looks like. Is that not pretty? I'm going to use the blue one. Carol, I know you got that, I think, right? Didn't you order that? And your other stuff is in that you ordered the Christmas classic set also, and that is in. I have that here, so we'll have to get together so I can get that to you. What else is happening? Let's see. Wardersville is tomorrow. Yes, you did. You did order that tartan plaid and the Christmas classics, and I'm going to use both of those tonight. So you're going to see some of it in action tonight. I do too, Susie. It's so pretty. Um, okay, what else is happening? There is a join special. Everybody saw those neat cards. This is what we do at team meetings. Join special, you get 37% off of a kit, or you get 37% extra. So that comes to, is it 37, 35? Yeah, because it's Stampin' Up's 35th anniversary. And just for anybody that doesn't know, this weekend, Saturday, is World Card Making Day. And so there anybody can do this. This is you go to Stampin' Up, stampinup.com, and sign up for World Card Making Day, and it's free. And they're going to be doing things with the Circle Sayings bundle, the Earth and Textures bundle, and the Heartfelt Hexagon bundle. If you don't have those bundles, you can always use some of your own stuff. So they're making 3 cards together, everybody. It's all online, and it is let's see, I do not have the time in front of me, because they always give it to you in mountain time. And then I try to calculate the real time, well, the Eastern time, and I get messed up. So I don't have the time. So look on the website if you're interested. I know it's Saturday and I know it's like late afternoon for us. Um, so if you're interested, look for it. And if you don't make it, these particular cards could very well end up being at one of my library classes. So you might see it anyway. Okay, so it's that time. If I could find, I am looking around for my, there's Joey again. Hi, Joey, what's up? I am looking around for my bucket of names, and oh no, something fell off my desk earlier. I hope it wasn't that, because that would be a real calamity. Let me try and reach around here. Nope, there it is. Okay, I got my names. Let me. Oh, and by the way, Linda is in Florida and we'll be there for the month. So she will not be. Susie, you get the card tonight. And guess what? You got the card last week. So I have it sitting here. So I'll put them both in an envelope and get them down to the post office and get them out to you. That would be good, wouldn't it? In fact, you'll get to pick one tonight, because I'm doing two very different cards, and I'm writing myself a note so that I don't forget it. There, and put that right there. Okay. So Susie, are you doing the card making, the card making World Card Making Day thing on Saturday? Are you going to be participating in that? Three times in the last week. Wow, you're on a roll. You better go buy lottery tickets for sure. Okay, let's see. Let's move on. I am going to take myself out of the picture because I think, oh, oh, wait. That was not good. Because what happens there? Okay, we got sound back, right? So we're okay now. Oh, when I turned myself, I turned it off instead of just removing myself from the picture. And so the sound went off and I had to quick try to do something to get it back. So I think I got it back. Yep, I'm ready for it too, Susie, for World Card Making Day. So tonight, the first card we're going to do is casing the catalog. For anybody who doesn't know what that means, it's CASE, copy and share everything. So this is how I springboard myself when I'm looking for ideas. I will go to the catalog and I will pick a stamp set and I'll say, okay, I want to make something with this stamp set. And I'll look at the cards that they made in the catalog and I'll kind of maybe jig them around a little bit to make them my own. But this is the card we're going to do tonight. So I did two of them. I didn't like this one quite as much. So then I redid it with the full size. And I do like that one better. So I am going to do this one, really, this one. And I'm going to tell you something. This is a card that you might want to do for a Christmas card that you're going to mass produce because this was really pretty easy. And in fact, I'm going to do two of them while I am doing them, just to show you, to prove a point, right? Okay, so what you're going to need is you're going to need your shaded spruce. I took a piece of cardstock, shaded spruce cardstock, cut it in half, and scored it at 4 1/4. And so I have two card bases right here, which I'm going to go ahead and jig with my bone folder. So I have them nice and tight. And now you're going to just do something really super simple. We're using the Christmas classics, and I'm just going to use this one, the pine bough, I guess that is called. And I'm going to start up at this corner, up at the top, and I'm going to start. I'm actually starting with Old Olive. I have Old Olive, Garden Green, and Shaded Spruce. I'm going to start with the Old Olive to outline where I'm going to stamp everything. And the other thing that I'm going to do here is I put this on the biggest square and it's too big. And I can tell you why I'm going to, this is a little tip that I picked up along the way. When you are stamping and you're using a block that's too big, that's bigger than your stamp by a lot, that's when you pick up you pick up ink over here and here, and then you transfer that ink if you push down too hard. So if you don't have a smaller block and you have to use the bigger one, that's fine, but just be careful how hard you push down on that in the ink pad and that you don't rock it at all when you stamp down here. Now, what I'm going to do though is I'm going to take a slightly smaller block than the one that I originally had. Yeah, because that's a C and that's a pretty good size. So I'm going to just go ahead and use that size instead. And I'm going to start up here and I'm going to just work my way down. On the outside edge, and then a little bit on the inside. Now they can kind of get random, but I just wanted to fill that outside edge in. And you can also double stamp to make some lighter. So that's all I'm doing with the Old Olive. Only I'm going to do it again on this side. And Old Olive kind of ends up being almost the predominant color, but then as you start adding your other colors, that kind of the predominance goes away. Okay, so I'm getting the Garden Green. I'm just using ever so slightly here and there just to kind of darken it up. I'm only using it once or twice because the Shaded Spruce is my main color now that I want next. Now, as you're stamping these, you're going to start thinking it's looking too busy. It's not. Just keep going. As these colors, as they dry, as the inks dry and they blend together, you are going to be amazed at how cool it looks. Really. And you're going to be putting some other stuff on here too, don't forget. Okay, I think that about does it. So now I'm going to take the berries, and I'm also going to be using that corner stamp there that you see. That's something I really like about this stamp set is just the variety of things that they have going on here that are really pretty. And I'm going to put the berries here, and I'm going to put the corners here. The berries, of course, I'm going to use real red for that. Three, four. I'm going to put an odd number of berry clusters, 5 berry clusters. Okay, so there's 5 berry clusters. And while I have the red open, I'm going to put my sentiment on the front. Now, I decided to use Tidings of Comfort and Joy. I use this stamp set completely for everything. I always like when I can do that. If I can use one stamp set and get everything, the whole card out of it, it's a nice stamp set, because a lot of times you end up using half a dozen different things, and I don't know. I guess when you go to recreate it, then it's like trying to remember what you did, where you did this, and it just it's so much nicer and easier when you can use the same stamp set for everything. So I'm going to just stamp that here. And oh, let's see, who am I missing? I only have it's Carol and Susie. I guess Connie's not here either. Connie and Karen and Linda. I knew Linda wasn't going to be here. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to put my corner stamp, and I'm going to use the shaded spruce for that. And I'm just going to put it up here in this corner. Down here in this corner. The reason I'm using shaded spruce is because that's what my background card is. Okay. Now then I'm going to glue these on here. Now I can tell you something, if you want to make this a little jazzier, you could make this a little bit smaller and put a layer of red in the middle, and that would look really pretty too. But I'm trying to keep it simple because I may want to make these I may want to mass produce these. And if I decide I'm going to mass produce them, I want to make them as simple as I possibly can. And yet I want to make them look as impressive and pretty as I can, right? So I think these are rather pretty, just like this. Now, I did add some embellishments, and I'm going to do that right now. I used these trying to find one that's open. I have several packs of these here because I really like these. They're adhesive backed glitter sequins, and I really do like them. And I thought I had a pack open, but I don't. So I'm going to open the pack. I just cut them up the side and slide this part out. And actually, I'm going to slide the sequins out and put them in over top of that so I can see what was here. Now, you could put the green ones on, you could put the white ones on, or you can put the silver ones, any ones you want. You could put one here. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put 3 green ones on this one. And I'm going to put a couple silver ones on this one. Boy, it is warm in this room tonight. I didn't turn on my I had turned off the air conditioner, never turned it back on. And right now I'm wishing I would have, because it is very warm in this room. Let me see. Oh, I actually have more than 3. I thought I had a little more glitz going on here. that just really glams these cards up. These sparkly gems. And however, if you don't know about this little gizmo of mine, when it comes to Christmas time, I start using this on all my cards. And I may have actually showed you this week, and I hope I have it sitting right here, but I don't think. Oh, yeah, I do. It's right in front of me. This is rubbing alcohol. It's in a spritzer, a Stampin' spritzer. You can buy these from Stampin' Up. And it has a few drops of this all-purpose ink. I have some of these. If you need it, I have it for sale for $6 a bottle, or you can get it on Amazon. And I'm not sure how much it is on Amazon. I'm just knowing that that's how much I paid for it when I bought it. Now I'm going to take this and hold it away from me. And I just spritzed it. And I don't know if you can see what that does. I don't think you can on the camera. Darn it. No, but it really does sparkle when you see it live. You can probably see it on my hands. But anyway, so that's the front of the card. On the inside, I took a couple pieces of this Christmas classic set. First of all, the seasons greetings is all one stamp. I cut it in half because I want greetings. I want Christmas greetings. I don't want seasons greetings. So I actually didn't even use the greetings on this one. I used that on another one. I took Merry Christmas to you and yours. Or you could just go Merry Christmas wishes. However you prefer to do it. But the Merry Christmas to you and yours, I took the 3 pieces and I lined them up on my grid paper here so that I had it straight. So there's the Christmas. There's Merry to you and yours. And I lined it up the way that I like it, the way that I think it looks good. And then I take a stamp or a block and I go like that. And it's on my block. Now I'm going to test it, make sure it came out the way I want it. It did. That's just how I want it. So I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to just take the shaded spruce again. And I'm going to take my pine branch and just kind of put it on the side. And then I'm going to glue those in here. And of course, I am going to also do a pine branch on the envelopes. And there you have it. So I did 2 cards here in this time. And that did not take me very long at all. So really, you could do a lot. Like you could probably sit here and do 10 or so in about a half hour, or maybe a little less. Now I'm going to oh use these envelopes, very vanilla envelopes, and I'm just going to quickly, while I have everything out and I have my pine branch here, I'm just going to quick stamp those too. I already put away the shaded spruce, so I'll use the garden green. I don't think anybody's going to notice. There. Thank you, Susie. Yes, very pretty and very easy. It goes quick, and this is very close to the one that's in the catalog. I know they didn't glitz it up. Oh, wait, that's what I forgot too. I did put a red bow on it, and the red bow is just a piece of red ribbon tied in kind of a knot. So I just took, and I would be better if I used a thinner ribbon, but I don't have a thinner ribbon in front of me at the moment, so I'm just going to use this. I'm just going to cut it short and put that right up here at the top. Again, yes, Carol, it is. It's a perfect one for your gang, because it is very easy and it's very pretty, and there's a lot they can do with it. Without a whole lot of, you don't need a whole lot of stuff. A couple of ink pads, and it just really does, the small amount of embellishments does do just what it needs to do. So I'm going to use glue dots here to hold these bows down. And I know that the post office is getting funny about this. That's why I just tried to use just the ribbon, not the whole bow. Hoping that will keep it fairly easy to stay flat. And I'm using the glue dots that come in the kits. So I don't think that adds too much to it, just that little knot. I think that should be okay for the mailing. So there we have that. Ooh. Oh, that glue dot stuck to me. I couldn't find it. It was stuck to me. I'm just putting one on either side of the knot just to try and hold the bow part down. There. Okay, so that's card number 1. Card number 1 and 2. Now, the next card I'm going to do, I told you, was going to be with that beautiful tartan paper. This is another one that is very easy. I used, just quick put these away. I have been I have been doing bad things lately with my stamps. I have been not putting them away when I'm done with them. And as a result, the next time I go to look for that stamp set, half the stamps aren't in it. And then I find them on blocks on my desk all over the place. And I made a vow to myself that I was going to stop doing that. So I'm quickly putting things away as we go, um, which is a good habit to be in the first place. Okay, let's see. I am using for this one the merriest trees. Uh, See what I mean? I already lost the stamp set and I'm using it. There it is. No, that's not it. You know, I don't think that the night would be complete if I didn't lose something. Don't you agree? I mean, really. So that was Christmas Classics, and we're done with that. And I now have, it's the Merriest Trees stamp set. I've got the stamps on blocks already, and I have the whole stamp set right here. It's the case that I'm missing. So I'm just going to keep going, and then I will find that stamp set eventually, or the case eventually, and we'll say, oh, it was right here all this time. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Oh, geez, it is right here, right here. There it is, Merriest Trees. And the dies also are pretty cool. So I'm just going to make it and show you because I didn't make the card yet. I know exactly what I'm doing with the card, but I did not make it. So we're going to take our base is going to be white. And it's our typical base. So I'm going to score it right now because I didn't do that. Then I took a piece of, got something on there. Okay, basic white. Lost Lagoon is our first layer, and that is 4 by 5.25. I'm going to stick that right there in the middle. Now our next layer is our, here's the big piece. The tartan plaid. Okay, so you can see this is very shiny. This is so pretty. And that's what it looks like on the other side, which is also very pretty. So I decided that it's best used using both sides. So that's what I'm going to do here. I took my Lost Lagoon piece. My next piece is a 1/2 inch smaller. So it is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And that's going to be my next layer. And I want the white part up. And the reason I want the white part up is because my next layer is going to be the other side, but I cut it using these dies, and I used a tag die. So I cut it already, and I cut it using the tag shape, and it's going to go right on there. But I'm going to put it up on dimensionals after it's all finished. So I want the tag. Then I stamped, and I'm going to quick do this in Lost Lagoon. There is a stamp shaped like a tree that says, "We wish you a Merry Christmas." And that did not come out nice at all. So I'm going to do it again. No, and that's too close. When you're cutting it out, you can't, I won't be able to cut it out that way. So I'm going to put it over here. Now I think I have one that I like. And this die set, let me just quick show you the dies. There's a lot of trees with this die set. There's a lot of ornaments for on the trees. There's some frames. There's a whole lot of it. It's a very nice set. So I picked a small one. And I cut it out. And here's how it looks. Now, the only thing that I think that could use is a little bit of work around the edges. So I'm going to go ahead and try and do this and just get the edges. There. That makes it stand out a little bit. And that's going to go right on there. Now, when I cut down this piece, I did end up with some scraps. Oh, and I don't where I put them. Yes, I do. I ended up with some scraps of this, so I'm going to take that. I'm going to put it at the bottom of my inside piece. People ask me, why do I always put, because I always put an inside piece. I don't ever, like a lot of people will just take the card and open it up and stamp right on the inside of this. I always take a white piece and stamp it and then put it on here. I do that, number one, because I will probably screw up the card if I stamp on the inside of that. But number two, it adds a little bit of heft to the card, making the card feel a little, it doesn't, I don't know, it just makes the card feel more substantial. So now I'm going to take, what I want to do here is I want to take this piece and I'm going to glue this down. But before I do that, I have this ribbon. This is a sheer ribbon that, let's see, what is it? Pool Party? Yeah, it's Pool Party. I don't think it matters that it's Pool Party, honestly. It's so sheer that the color doesn't matter. It's the closest that I could get to a Blue Lagoon. If you're going to do this card and you wanted to try and do it, I would say if you don't have something close, go for white because that would work too. Then you're going to just put a loop through. You're going to draw these two pieces through and pull it tight like so. You're going to glue this onto here. And I wanted to take these adhesive backed star trinkets. And I want to put one of these on the top of the tree. And there's one here in this pack that's just saying to me, hey, let me out of here. So I'm going to oblige. I'm going to let it out. But before I do that, I'm going to glue this down. I wanted to mention that to you because I want to make sure that I have room at the top for the star to go on. And I do. I have plenty of room. And I think I just lost the glue dot that holds that. So you might have to, yeah, I'm going to have to grab another glue dot to glue that down. And, oh dear, I wasn't planning on using glue dots, so I don't have any handy. And that's very inconvenient. Well, I just use one of these. I'm going to put it right here at the top. Peel off the paper. Stick the star there. Okay, then I'm going to put my dimensionals on the back of this. Okay, we got them all. And that's going to get stuck right on here. And then, of course, we don't want to leave these hanging quite so high because I don't want them outside the, trim them off then. And there we are with We Wish You a Merry Christmas. Now, the inside, I've already put paper on the bottom. And here is the stamp set. The stamp set has a hoping your home is filled with the spirit of the season. And I think that's a good thing to put on the inside. So that's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to use Lost Lagoon to stamp that on. And that will go on the inside. Then, I really do think this needs something else. So I'm kind of leaning toward some of these again. Just put them up there in the corner just to, and it'll add a little bit of bling. And on the envelope, I'm going to use a white envelope this time. Since everything else is white. And oh, let's see. Oh, this has, the stamp set really is cute. It has some packages, it has some ornaments, and I think I'm going to just use the ornaments. It has a tree, but it's a very big tree. And the ornaments are 3 hooked together, so they're perfect. I'll put them on a little block. And I'll again use the Lost Lagoon. Just put them right there. Maybe a couple times. There we go. Okay, Susie, you pick a card. You get to pick that one. You won the card tonight. So you get to pick that one or this one with the green bling or this one with the silver bling. And you can let me know which one you like. Those are our 3 cards for tonight. Well, they're 2 cards actually for tonight. But I really like those, as simple as they are. I like them. And this one, this paper just, this is another one where the paper just does it. So pretty. Well, I'm glad you like them, Carol. And I hope everybody enjoyed our show tonight. And I hope you'll stop by to see me again next week. Last card, this one. Okay. That one. You got it. And okay, there's that. I put your name on it. Don't forget to share this. Hello to anybody who watches it not live on YouTube or anywhere else. Hello to you. And don't forget to comment if you watch it during the week that you're not watching live. Don't forget to comment because I'll still put you in the drawing for the cards next week. As it is right now, Susie and Carol will be the only ones in the drawing. So, and if you share, hi Lisa, Lisa's in too now. Lisa, I showed all the cards that everybody made at the meeting in the beginning. So you have to look at the recording in the beginning because all the cards are there that I made from your kits. So, yeah. So that's all for tonight. And don't forget to share. If you share, I'll put your name in twice for the drawing next week. And just put in the comments that you shared. And I will see you all next week. Thanks again for watching. Have a great evening. Good night.